Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to talk to you about some new fragrance releases. I've had a chance to try and test some of them, and I want to share with you my opinions. Let me start with the one that really surprised me. It is available in some of our stores here in Canada. So a few days ago, I went and tested it and brought back home a blotter that still smells like the fragrance. And this is Wind Flowers from Creed. You know, when I first heard out about this release, I was not interested at all. I thought, okay, Wind Flowers, this must be about flowers, this is Creed, this is going to be insanely expensive. I'm not a huge fan of Creed to begin with, and I kind of completely dismissed this release. Then I heard, a few people talking about it, still didn't pay much attention. Then I just went to, where did I go? I think to Saks, and just to look what's new. And I saw this bottle there, and I thought, okay, well, let me try it. Boy, was I surprised. I was surprised how much I liked it. I never expected to really like it, but I really enjoyed it. This is shocking. So, of course, you're seeing the picture of the bottle here. Let me tell you about the notes. The notes in here are jasmine, orange blossom, peach, rose, tuberose, musk, praline, iris, and sandalwood. Okay, the reason I'm shocked is because this is full of floral notes. I mean, there's jasmine, there is tuberose, then there is orange blossom. Okay, I like orange blossom, iris, like it's floral. I mean, the name is right. Wind flowers, it's floral. And yet it is so pretty. It is such a pretty fragrance. Somehow all of these floral notes are playing together. And typically if there is jasmine, because I'm not a huge fan, it actually overpowers many scents for me. I think even more than tuberose, but here it doesn't. I cannot even individually pick out, jasmine or tuberose or iris or whatever. No, it is honestly like bouquet of flowers, and it does have kind of an airy quality to it. Maybe that's why they called it wind flowers. I have no idea. And then there is quite a bit of sweetness in here as well. So there is praline in here. Yes, I can totally see that, because I'm not just getting floral sweetness, but I'm also getting like an outside type of sweetness. So, I wasn't sure if it's vanilla, praline. Okay, let it be praline. But there is definitely some sweetness in here. And overall feel of the fragrance is very smooth and creamy. So I can definitely see sandalwood coming in, although it is definitely not prominent at all. It is extremely feminine. It is extremely pretty. Very pleasant, very lovely floral scent. I was shocked. Performance was very decent on it as well. It's not a beast, but it's a pretty nice performance. I really love this fragrance. That is until I found out the price. So, I mean, the price from a retailer is absolutely outrageous. I think in Canadian dollars, it's 500 plus, then you pay taxes on top of that. So it comes out to some insane price, which I don't think, it's just my opinion, but I don't think Creed fragrances are worth that much. So no, I will not be buying a full bottle at retail. However, if at some point it becomes available somewhere for at least a relatively more reasonable price, I would definitely love to have a bottle. I really would. This shocked me how much I loved it. It's, it's in a way, it's nothing extraordinary about this scent. Like it's a really nice, sweet, musky floral scent, but at the same time, it is extremely pretty. I love how well all the floral notes are mixed together. I feel like it's a floral fragrance for those of us who don't like floral fragrances, because nothing stands out, nothing is overpowering, and yet everything is playing together so nicely. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I'm spending too much time on one fragrance. Just want to let you know I loved this one. Next one that I tested during the same visit was new release from Nihilo, and it is a new release in their Last in Paradise line, which you know I have the original Last in Paradise. I love it. And here they released, I'm going to try to pronounce it, Reine, Paradis. No idea. So it is similar. Many of the notes are the same. So there is, you know, there is pink pepper, peony, lychee, there is cedar, amber, musk. What's new here is, from what I've been able to tell, is I think addition of 2 notes. There is tonka bean and there are solar notes. I think the biggest thing is these solar notes. I gotta tell you, I don't love this one as much as the original. I really don't. This one seems very underwhelming to me. It's almost like they toned down the original version. They made it more, I don't know, more airy, more watery. It's not very, it's not very defined. It's not very pronounced. It just kind of hangs there in the air, and I'm not sure what exactly I am smelling. Yeah, I'm very underwhelmed by this one. Nothing stands out. Nothing impressed me. It's quite light. It's like they watered down the original version. That's sort of what it feels like to me. I don't know what these solar notes are supposed to be. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very much watered down version of the original Last in Paradise. That's how it felt to me. So yeah, this I'm not interested in. Next, let's talk about a new release from BDK Parfums. This is, of course, Gris Charnel Extrait. Now, when it came out, I really was kind of on the fence. Do I purchase it? Do I not? On one hand, I really thought, okay, I'm really curious about it. I really want to try it. On the other hand, I thought, well, the original Gris Charnel, I liked, but I never loved. It was never a love for me, and I've tested it extensively, but there was always something about it that was just slightly off-putting. And so I decided to be a good girl, not blind buy. Instead, I purchased a decant. I've had a chance to test it now, so let me tell you what I think about it. Now, as far as the notes go, I didn't exactly compare, so I don't know what notes are different. Overall, they seem pretty similar to the original Gris Charnel. However, to me, the scent is quite different. And spoiler, I love this one. I love this one. It is very, very smoky, and I love this smokiness about it. It is, I feel like fig and sandalwood are not as pronounced in this one as they are in the original, which is what was slightly off-putting for me. It was the combination of fig and sandalwood, which can often come off a little nauseating for me. I don't get it here. I mean, yes, there is a little bit of fig in here. I get it, but it's not as strong. It's not as creamy as it is in the original. I think because of the smokiness. This one is deeper, it is darker, it is more intense, it is smoky, it is sexy. Oh, this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I loved this one. I will be getting a full bottle, spoiler for sure. Right now, I was going to purchase it right away after trying it and testing it. But then I thought, okay, this is not exactly the right season for it. So it can wait a little bit. Maybe it will pop up on discounter sites, I don't know. But come closer to fall, I'm definitely getting a full bottle. I love this one. Many people, when they were reviewing it, they said, well, they are very similar, the original and this one. And quite honestly, I would have to disagree. I mean, yes, they share a similar DNA, and yet in my mind, they're quite different. I think there is a significant difference between the two. So I feel like if you liked the first one, you won't necessarily like the second one. And vice versa. If you weren't a big fan of the first one, you might love the second one, you know? I think there is enough of a difference. Like, this amazing depth and smokiness is quite something. It just transforms this fragrance completely. I find it so rich, so seductive, so sexy. Beautiful, very intoxicating scent to me. Yeah, very intoxicating. Love it. Love, love, love. Extrait will be coming home to me for sure. Okay, another one I want to tell you about, and I don't have a blotter here, I didn't save it, but I tested it in the store, actually on the blotter and on my skin several times, is Belle Fleur Terrible, right? I even mentioned it in one of the videos about new releases, and I said I'm really excited about this one, really want to try it, not sure if I'm going to blind buy, etc. And I have to say, I'm really glad that I didn't blind buy it. I was quite underwhelmed by this one. You know, this one has water lily, iris, and vanilla. First thing is, I'm kind of underwhelmed by the bottle as well. You know, whereas the original one is gorgeous. It has this gorgeous metal necklace on it. Whereas here it's just some kind of material applique kind of thing. It doesn't look as good as the original. Honestly, to me, it doesn't. Second of all, and more importantly, the scent. You know, when I first sprayed it, yes, it does remind me of Belle, more of the original than of La Parfum. Sort of a little bit. But when it starts developing on the skin, it became a little too sweet. I got a lot of caramel in it. I mean, caramel is not listed here, but I felt like there was a lot of caramel and even a little bit of kind of burnt caramel vibe. And mixing up with iris and lily, I didn't like it. It almost was a little bit annoying, a little bit headache inducing. And it felt a little bit like some kind of Victoria's Secret body splash, honestly. It lacked the depth and the richness and the beauty of the first two labels. So, needless to say, I didn't purchase a full bottle, nor am I interested in a full bottle. This one, unfortunately, was a disappointment for me. Okay, next, let's talk about a new release from Marc-Antoine Barrois, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And this is called, what is it called? Encelade? I don't know. I'm gonna put up the name here. Now, I've spoken about one of his fragrances. He's probably bestseller, most known, Ganymede, in one of the videos before where I was testing fragrances. So when this one came out, I was really, really curious about it. Wasn't gonna blind buy or anything. You know, I knew by the notes this probably wasn't for me, but I wanted to test it. So I got a sample. Now, what do I think about it? So there are not a lot of notes listed here. There's only rhubarb, cedar, vetiver, sandalwood, and tonka. And that's what I have written down. But why do I think there's leather in here as well? I feel like leather is listed as well. You know, surprisingly, I like this scent more than I thought I would. It's a really... There's something so interesting about it. It does feel earthy and smoky at the same time. So vetiver, I'm definitely getting. And where's the smokiness coming from? I'm not sure. That's why I'm thinking maybe there is leather in here, which gives off a bit of smokiness. In here, there is a touch, very, very light touch of rhubarb that's coming through. It is just very, very lightly fruity and tart that I'm getting in here. It is definitely woody, but it's such an interesting combination of smoky, earthy, and slightly fresh. Really interesting. Now, in my opinion, this is very much a masculine scent. I don't know if it's positioned as unisex, probably, I'm guessing, but in my mind, it's a masculine scent. I would not want to wear it myself. However, I would love to smell it on my husband. I think this is very, very sexy scent. Very. It kind of has a, I don't know, a bad boy vibe to it. I don't know why, but that's sort of the vibe that it gives me. There's something mysterious about it. I think on a man, this would smell amazing. So if there are any men watching this video, I would definitely recommend sampling this one. Now, if there are women that love it, why not? For me personally, it's a little bit too masculine, so I would not wear it, but would love to smell it on my husband for sure. And at the end, I have 2 fragrances from Maison Crivelli. Now, I've briefly spoken about this house before. I mentioned that I've tried all of his original offerings and they were not for me. I didn't like them. They were just not my cup of tea. Well, now, since I was ordering some of the other samples, I saw that they had 2 of his newest releases available, which is, let me try to pronounce, Hibiscus, Mahajad, and Patchouli Magnetik. So I thought, okay, let me order them, the samples, and let me try them. So the first one I have is Hibiscus Mahajad. Okay. What do I think about it? Well, first let's look at the notes. It has hibiscus, rose, vanilla, cassis, mint, leather, amberette, cinnamon. I know this is really popular. Many people love it. Many people love it. And you know, when I first tested it, when I first smell it, I really like it. I was even taken back a little bit because this house was such a miss for me the first time I tested it that I thought I was absolutely going to hate both of these. When I first smelled this one, I thought, wow, this is nice. This is really, really nice. I do get a lot of rose and a lot of hibiscus. I do get like a blast, this floral blast in my nose right away. I also get sweetness, so this is quite sweet. I can see how vanilla is here, and overall it feels very creamy. It feels very, very smooth. Yeah, almost with a hint of something that I can't even pinpoint what it is. It's like there's a bit of sparkly nature to it, or I'm not sure, but it's like there's something else here in the background that I can't quite figure out what it is. So when I first applied it on my skin and on the blotter, I thought, wow, I think I really, really like it. And I can't say that this scent has a lot of development. I think it stays on my skin. It stays pretty linear. It doesn't change very much. But what happened was, it almost like the scent kept getting stronger and stronger. It has amazing performance. Like, seriously, instead of fading, I felt like it was getting stronger and stronger. And after a little while, it became overpowering for me, like really overpowering. Like I was getting headache. Like I kept getting whiffs of this fragrance over and over again. I was like, okay, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of this. And it's only been on my hand for like an hour or hour and a half, and I already couldn't handle it. So this is not a long-term type of fragrance for me. For some reason, it becomes too much. For me, it's too much, even though I think that the note combination is quite nice. So that's how I feel about it. I don't know. I think I can sort of understand why people are really, really loving this fragrance. I sort of can, but unfortunately for me, it just becomes too much. I can't handle it. Like I get tired of it and I need to wash it off. So this is not full bottle worthy to me, but overall, quite a lovely scent. And so let's end with Maison Crivelli's latest release, which is Patchouli Magnetik. So again, I got a sample. What's in this fragrance? It is patchouli, benzoin, peach, vanilla, sandalwood, gardenia, and leather. This is very much a patchouli scent. I mean, the name is very fitting. This has very, very prominent note of patchouli. It's earthy. It's even a little bit dirty. It's very much a patchouli, a very masculine patchouli, I would say. Yes, there is. Here I can see leather. Leather is coming through a little bit. Peach and vanilla. No, I don't get any fruitiness. I don't get any sweetness. This is earthy. This is leathery. This is very masculine. In my mind, this is a very masculine scent. I think to those who are big fans of patchouli, this might be a really good offering. This might be. Because patchouli is front and center in this fragrance more than anything else. For me, it's a big no. One, because it's very masculine. Two, because I do feel leather in here. And even though I really enjoy the note of patchouli, but it's a very masculine patchouli. Like there's nothing else mixing with this patchouli. It's a little bit too much patchouli almost. So yeah, very masculine, not for me, not impressed, but you know, maybe some people who enjoy patchouli might like it. I wish there was a little bit more to this fragrance. I don't know, to me it seems very linear, kind of very straightforward. So yeah, this one I'm not a fan of. So there you go. These are the fragrances that I wanted to test with you today and wanted to share my opinions with you about. Let me know if you have tried any of these or if you're interested in trying any of these. And also, please let me know, are there any other new releases that I absolutely must test? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.